Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Mikey Underdog. Guys, I wanted to go over some stuff about level two. All right, I see a lot of traders trading blind and they're just not implementing level two while you're trading. I think that is insane, okay? Level two is going to tell you and give you a direction of where the stock price is going, okay? And obviously you have to combine that with the chart pattern, okay, volume, all right, that's major. But if you can't get a strong, confidence, convicted direction of where this tape is going or where the price action is going or leading to, then you are going to lack a huge skill that I think you need to be a profitable day trader and figure out whether you want to go long, whether you want to short a stock, okay? Now I got this, I popped out this thing right here. All right, this is level two on Thinkorswim, okay? And then I have this thing right here I want to show you, all right? It's kind of like the ask, right? The ask and the bid. Same thing right here. There's a bid and there's an ask, okay, guys? Now, kind of like had this written out right here. What does level two tell you in stocks, okay? Level two is generalized term for market data that includes the scope of the bid and ask prices for a given security, also called depth of book. Level two includes the price of the book and order book, listing all prices of quotes submitted to an exchange in each individual quote. All right, so if you break that down, right, and you look at something like this, okay, these are different exchanges. All right, these are different book prices, different quotes, okay? So when I'm looking at a level two and I see that there's a lot of exchange on it, that's pretty much a good sign, right? When it's pretty much broken down. Like see right here, you have 383, you have two different exchanges right here. There's one right here for the bid, right? Now watching this during live time, you're gonna go see something, you know, where I like to use the active trader ladder right here, and this is SMMT. If you guys saw this right here on, what is this, 12.7, there was a huge ask, right about at 221, 223 level, okay? Huge ask. I think it was like $1 million ask, okay? 1.4 mil, something like that. Once this thing got bought up, it ripped, right? When it ripped straight into a hole almost. It was insane, okay? To identify something like that and realize a stock is strong, once these things start ripping, and if you're watching this, I'll pull this up over here on the 1-2, okay? Let's see, 12.7, this move right here, okay? When you're watching something like this, when things start to rip and actually get volatile, all right, that's when it's so important to understand the level two, okay? If things are ripping and there's walls and they start to get chipped, but you have huge bid support, and what I mean by huge bid support, when you got like 10K, 15K, 20K bid supports, but not only that, when the tape is speeding, you want to watch it not only rip, you want to see the ask get bought up. When the ask get bought up, the price increases, right? It's, you know, don't overthink that, right? If people are buying the ask, the price is going to go up. If people are dumping the bids, prices are going to go down. It's as simple as that. But what's most important is when you see things speeding up, or even getting into a like clear level, like as you see right here, 295, 293s, 290s. All right, this price is having a hard time getting over, and you would be able to see that watching the level two. Pull this up too. So I know some people don't like using the active trader ladder. I love it. You can actually have this up here. But right when you see this price coming up to a level like this, and it stays heavy, and there's no more buyers going through, and also watching the chart pattern, right? The chart pattern, there's upper wicks. So this is having a hard time, and then we get some pullback, all right? When you see things like that, you're going to be able to see it happen right here. And the thing with this is that at level two, it is happening so fast. So the only way to get better at reading it and actually seeing like, hey, this is about to pull back, hey, this is about to rip, is to have months and months and even years of screen time and watching it happen, and watching it where it's happening and why it's happening, right? So when I see a strong tape, I see the asks, pretty big asks, right? And I'm watching this, and then I'm watching the bid stacks stay there and stay there consistently. All right, it's not one or two asks or one or two bids get sold into and then there's no more. It's repeated bid stacks that you want to look for when you're looking for a nice strong bull run. All right, there's going to be asks, there's going to be sellers on the tape. That's just, that's the fight. It's literally bulls and bears going back and forth simultaneously over and over and over again, and until one catches faster than the other, that is where the price direction is going to go. All right, it's super important because you will see a strong bull tape when there is consistent bid stacks. And the crazy part is sometimes there's going to be back to back, right? I want to write this one out. There's going to be back to back walls, right? You got the bid and then you got the ask, right? Say there's like, if you got 135 right here, maybe a 210 right here, this is pretty much a 20K seller, and maybe a 13K seller right here. But then you all of a sudden you got these bids, right? 219, 218, right? And then you got these bids, and sometimes you'll have 100 right here, a 10K, maybe even a 53, and then maybe another 80 or whatever it is, whatever the case is. Sometimes you're gonna see these start to chip, and then this 100's gonna become like 50, right? But it's happening so fast that as soon as this drops, it gets refilled back to 100, okay? Or maybe like 150, all right? Now this starts to chip, the price is no longer going down. There's too many bidders that are restacking this simultaneously as people are buying. So this wall is getting chipped, boom. Now the price goes up, now the bids start to stack. This is what I mean by bid stack. Bid stack is when now a price is starting to push up and the bids are now following this up. So now you got this bid, it comes over here, this gets chopped, and it goes like this over and over and over again. And sometimes what you'll get is a short squeeze when shorts are trying to pile in on this, right? And it can be a key level, okay? Right, so 294 previously was a key level in this, right? So as this comes down, now this is what you're gonna see is even this increase of volume on a level that could potentially be shorts are piling in because this is a key level, and then you're gonna get a short squeeze on the tape where right here, right, now you get something like this, and all of a sudden, you have the bid and you have the ask, right? Okay, let me take this out. All right, and all of a sudden you got the price, right? So now you got something where, say, 296 is right here. You got the ask, right? And all of a sudden you have like a huge wall where, let's say it's like, 340. So you got a 30K, almost 40K seller, right? And then you got, 95. You got these bids, right? Helping out, okay? All of a sudden this gets chipped immediately, and then you get a price jump because you got shorts covering, you got more people slapping into this breakout. So now it just goes to 296 to straight to like 305. It just jumps, okay? And then when it jumps, your bids immediately start stacking up the prices, right? So this is the bid jump, it starts at 305, so immediately they come to like 304, okay? In a strong tape, you're going to watch this over and over and over again until the price just starts to rip, right? And then what happens is you get these micro pullbacks and buyers step up again, right? On the 5 right here, you get a nice pullback to your first 5-minute A tap, which is a great pivot play right here. Buyers step up again, okay? And now at this time, it's different, right? What you want to see is that when this pulls back, there's no longer, all right, say we get a pullback, okay? I like drawing this out today for you guys, okay? Say we get a pullback, okay? We get a pullback, you have a nice, this is the chart pattern, right? Say this is the leg, this is 296, all right? The start, pulls back, it rips up, and now pulls back right here, right? So remember, it's important to understand that at 296 before, this level was stacked, okay? So now that we get this pullback, we get this, the candles start to pop back up, right? It goes to 297, 298. There's no more big walls anymore, okay? This is a sign that shorts don't want to play aggressive yet, because they know that bulls are strong, and also that there's a strong bid stack supporting this whole entire move. So now that when this pulls back and there's not a restack, you know, you might have a 50K, so it's just like, you know, 5,000K seller, or maybe even a 100K, or sorry, a 10K seller. It's at 100, but the bids are strong, right? We got a, you know, an 8K bid, and then right underneath it we have a 7K bid, or even we have a 10K bid, all right, 15K bid and stuff like that. So when you see these pullbacks, right? When you see these pullbacks, light volume pullback right here, okay? This is a light volume pullback right here, and you know, it just, we have increasing volume at 650, you know, 635,000 1-minute candlesticks, guys. When you start seeing some candlesticks that are, you know, 500K consistently, right? This is 800, 700, you know, 800, you know, half a mil, almost 1 million consistently going through right here. That's amazing for the bulls, okay? Then what you're gonna start seeing is that the asks are not gonna be stacked so heavily anymore. The biggest thing I look for when I'm watching level 2 is for consistent bid stacks, okay? That is gonna help you identify a strong bull run versus something that just gets popped and dumped, right? There was a stock, I'm gonna show you right here. Let's go to, pull this up. It's one of the ones I shorted, and it was, okay, FRZA. Long time ago. Let me see if I can pull this one up. And the reason why I'm going to show you this, guys, is because sometimes you're going to see some bullish pops, or even nice 5-minute flag, or a nice rip up, and then this low volume pullback. But you know, you got to identify, is this going to be a bull trap? And the way to identify that is by seeing that, right, on the level 2, okay? Let me see if I can get 11.3. Oof, went back way too far. And if I can't find it, I want you guys to start to identify this right here. Perfect, found it. Okay, this is one of the plays that I shorted twice. I shorted this pop right here and this bull flag right here. Okay, so sometimes you guys are gonna see these things, right? Because I teach a lot of bull flags, I explain them, right? Bull flags in a hot market, and I'll show you guys a few real quick. I don't wanna make this video too long, but I want you guys to start downloading OBS, right? This is what I'm using to record this right here. And then I want you guys to start recording these, and I want you to see the tape in level 2 and see the sentiment and how strong it is, whether it's on the bull side or whether it's on the bear side, right? On the ask, the bears, the bulls, the bids, right? Or the bids, it's being bullish, right? When this setup happened right here, you can see this, there's a flat top at 255, right? I know we got the stair step down, you know, this is holding previous pivot, everything's lining up, but this is a huge, you know, to me, backside. When I say backside, we already had this huge bull run, okay? Huge stuff right here. Yes, it's consolidated, popped on a nice level, and eventually it tries. It's trying, eventually dumps, right? Okay, but what you're gonna see on the tape in level 2 at 256, 255, that it was consistently heavy, right? Not only that is it heavy. When I mean by heavy, that means there's, when I say heavy, guys, so when I say heavy, all right, don't mind my my chicken scratch, right? Heavy means at 256, okay, there's a 30K seller over and over and over again. So you start to chip it, it comes down to 210, gets restacked to 300, okay? It actually drops down to like 10. You think it's about to break out to the upside, boom, restack it to 300, okay, 330K, right? But not only that is that when you see this right here, right, at these price levels, the bids for 248 for this pullback, or 247, you know, or even 249, all right? They're super small bids, okay? They're not even that strong, okay? You might even have something that's like, 17, right? 17 against a 30K seller is gonna frighten the bulls. And if you're adding into this, right, and they're stacking it over and over and over again, so you got this, what you would think, right, a big amount of buying pressure trying to break this out, but they keep restacking, restacking, restacking. Now the bid support is already weak. So if you got a bunch of people buying 30K, 10K slaps, 5K, a couple thousand shares, and now, so imagine that there's a bunch of 30K restacks, right? And you got people buying. So now you got bulls with a 120K position, right, in shares, and now you got this. Look at the bid support, right? So this is not even up to like, what's that for? Okay, so maybe we have like 40, 50K, right? And all of a sudden you got buyers stepping in over and over and over again. And now you got all these traders who have big positions, and this thing needs to break out, and needs to break out big bid support, right? So you got these guys buying this wall, it's getting restacked, and say it even moves up an extra penny, right? So now we go to 256, now it's at 257, more bid stack. Buyers are trying to step in to move the price, and now our bids are so small, when they start to exit, they just wash these out instantly, and now the price is going to come down, okay, tremendously, okay? And that's what happens when you see these big false breakouts. People are buying. I'm not going to show up in the one, I'll just have the 5 up, These people are buying over and over again. People start to bail. People are starting to short. People are taking profits, and you get a wash right here too, right? So use this example as I'm putting out, is that people are trying to buy the ask, chop these walls, and now all of a sudden the level 2 bids are so weak that you get this dump because everyone's exiting, people are reshorting, and the price, what happens is you get these kill candles or huge downside follow through. People are no longer wanting to buy, so shorts are going to play aggressive. The same thing you would to on the bull side when you get things that are breaking out, right? You get this huge bull run, SSMT, and bulls are going to stay super aggressive on this, and prices are going to go. All right, so level 2 is tremendously important, and I hope this guys can help you, in the future when you guys are trading, right? I'm going to do a quick run through on SPY next, and how I'm trading these large caps, and mainly using levels, but watching the level 2 at important price levels, all right, is super important. So remember, the bids and the ask, and watching this as it speeds up is going to be super important coming into key levels, right? What do I mean by key levels? Key levels are intraday highs, okay? Watching intraday levels, let me remove these real quick, right? So, watching this at the 320 break, okay? Watching this at the daily 20 break, and as you can see this, as they're trying to hold it down, you got this flat top, and then you get this crazy volume into a halt. This looks like a halt right here. Yeah, all right. This thing holds, opens up, gaps up, and rips even harder. All right, key levels can be daily previous levels, intraday levels, even right here at 325. That's when you want to pay attention to level 2 even harder. Okay, even on things that are pulling back, right? Things can look so ugly right here. You're like, oh, this is the stuff. Once you see no follow through and bid stacks, and people are just ripping through the ask again, because sometimes you see these, you see buyers step up and you want to see some walls, right? Walls are great to see. All right, but what you want to see is nice bid stacks on the level 2, okay? Now, when you get into plays too, I'm going to do some videos on like trying to size into certain plays. That's going to be great too. I'm going to go over some SPY next. But guys, much love. I hope this guys kind of like really opens, your eyes up to really understanding level 2. It's super important. If you're not trading it and you're not basing your size position and, the direction of this, of where it could potentially go versus where it can go, you know, you're gonna have a hard time trying to see how much you can squeeze out of the market. As a day trader, we're trying to, you know, squeeze money out of the market every day, okay? It's us versus the market, you versus you. But the better you get at reading level 2, and then, you know, intertwining that with patterns and volume, is going to be super, super imperative to having that breakthrough of standing out through then traders just sitting here and just buying and selling and not really paying, oh, I'm just going to buy this when there's like this huge wall right here, no bids. Oh, I'm just going to, oh, this looks great. Let me just try to add into it. And then it dumps and you're getting frustrated, okay? Sometimes it's, you know, learn this so you can get to that next level, that breakthrough for your trading career. All right, much love, guys. Peace out.